beautiful morning. You are welcome to Women's Corner. My name is Miss Blossom. Wait, it's good to be here. It's the Tuesday of August basically, 2025, and I'm super excited about today. You can actually watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube at Galaxy TV News. That's on YouTube, and on Facebook is Galaxy Television, or you can download the app from Google Play Store or Apple Play Store to watch this program, or you can watch us through our digital channel at UHF 27. You're welcome aboard again. Hope it's not raining at your side, but if it is, you just take a warm water or you take a hot tea. Anyways, you're welcome. And I have my co-host with me, Patricia. Patricia, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Rose Blossom. You always talk about warm water, cold, hot tea. I don't know. How cold are you?
No, not so cold.
Okay, the weather is really, really beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on Women's Corner this morning. My name is Patricia Uremu Gabriels.
Okay, yes, like I was saying, I don't know, there are some places where it's raining heavily. You have to really protect yourself because this weather is not funny. And according to Lagos State, they has been warned that we could have this kind of rain for like 3 days or more. So you have to be very careful. So it means you could have erosion or flooding in your area. So be careful out there.
At this point,
yes,
I'm excited I don't live on the island. Because I saw some videos. Their cars were floating on the flood. Oh my God, I feel for them.
You could even see, you see just the rooftop of the car.
See
the body of the car.
I hope our guest is not from the island. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Who is our guest, please? Introduce our guest.
Oh no, she's Brenda. I thought we were going to go for a shot. Yes, well, you sure? Her profile is quite long. Very long. Okay, so we have 2 pages of profile for Brenda. Anyways, we have Brenda Unavworho. It's a renowned, let me be sure that name is pronounced properly. Unavworho. Okay. So she's a renowned architect, profile actor, and women's empowerment coach whose life reflects resilience, wisdom, and deep kingdom purpose. With over 18 years of experience, Brenda has led the design and execution of device developments from luxury estates to commercial complexes, blending form, functions, and finesse with every project. As business lead at Sterling Realities Development Company, she is currently steering a landmark 50 hectares luxury beachside estate in Lekki. Okay, so she's from Lekki. An icon project redefine Nigeria real estate. But Brenda builds more than physical spaces. A gifted storyteller and book consultant, she empowers women and children to share the truth and transform pain into purpose through writing. Her body of work spanning nonfiction, fiction, children's books, and technical guides continues to inspire across generations. I told you, Brenda's profile is probably 3 pages. She is the founder of Amplify You, a transformation brand helping women rise, own their message, and step into their God-given assignment using her signature 5 steps. And these signature 5 steps are framework, clarify, create, brand, publish, and amplify. Brenda also leads the Women Growth Academy, WGA, a thriving platform that equips women to overcome limitation, manage time and money wisely, and life intentionally. Through weekly Women's Matters, YouTube sections, and annual WGA conferences, she develops spirit-filled practical wisdom that fuels bold, purpose-driven living. Brenda, anyway, let's just conclude. Let's try and conclude. Brenda is joyfully married to her best friend and fellow architect Tony Unavworho. Together, they are raising 4 amazing children and recently marked 18 years of love and partnership. Anyway, I tried to cut it short because it's actually very long. But I tried to cut it short, and I wanted you all to know that she's happily married with beautiful children.
Yes,
beautiful children.
It's good to have you, Brenda. Thank you so much for joining us. So you're from Lekki?
I am.
The water does not swallow your car.
No, the part of Lekki where I stay is very dry.
Oh, you were lucky
you're
then.
lucky
Yes,
then.
I stay on the ocean side, so basically in Lekki, that is the higher
Higher,
portion,
yeah,
because everything
because
drains towards the lagoon, so we never experience flooding.
Oh, lucky you.
You
Lucky
were lucky.
Yes, that Brenda for you. We just read a profile, amazing profile, and of course we'll get into her success story. You can see all the lineup of achievements. So we'll be asking her questions of how she got to where she is. So just stay with us. We'll be right back just after this short break and the next tip we'll be having. Then we'll come back to the studio to continue the program with Patricia, myself, and Brenda. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. And of course, we have Brenda with us in the studio, and I'm my co-host, Patricia. So, I'm seeing something very amazing. That's what's smiling. So you might not understand, but during the course of the program, you know why I have this big smile on me. So, Brenda, I'm so excited to dive into your success story. So tell us, you are a lot of things. You're an author. You're into a lot of things. First, let's start with being a writer. How did you get to be a writer? Because I know a lot of people just feel like, okay, I can write the English, I can gist the gist, and I just want to start writing.
Or maybe some of them have some stories, some kind of experience they've had in life. It could be bad, it could be good, and they want to share.
So how
did I get into writing?
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. I always wrote as a little girl. You know, I'm a middle child, and so in my house, the first two were closely bonded, the last two were closely bonded, and I was just like on my own. So I lived most of my life in my head. Like I had imaginative friends and all of that. So I used to, tell stories. I would tell stories to my siblings. You know how those days TV closed by, there were TV programs that they were 8 p.m. to 9. Those are the major, all those behind the clouds, there in the sun. But our bedtime was a strict 8:30. So we would literally be sent to bed halfway in the middle of those programs. And then when we get to bed, we'll not be telling ourselves, okay, what do you think would have happened on the program? So I would be, formulating stories, and then my siblings would be listening. And the next day when we go to bed, they'd be like, okay, so that's where you stopped yesterday. So tell us. And so as soon as I was able to start writing, I started to write. I used to write in little pieces of paper. My father would file them all. He was so sure that I was going to be a lawyer in the future. So he was always filing and thinking he would publish for me one day. But on the other hand, I was also very good with my hands. So I used to make cardboard boxes. I would make, I would use a cardboard box to make what we call cartons, to make houses. I would, divide it. I would have the living room, the bedroom, and everything. And I would use match boxes to make sofas and beds. And I was super creative. And I didn't even know what I was doing at the time until one day my father was building his house. And he came home with blueprints. You know how plans of houses to be, those big blueprints. And I said, Daddy, I love this. Who does this? He said, architect. I said, that's what I want to be. I must have been like maybe 5 or 7, I don't know. But I just immediately connected with those drawings. And I said, that's what I want to be. So they look at me like, okay. By the time I got to secondary school, I was still writing. I would still write stories in boarding school. My friends would read, they would give me feedback and all of that. But then I got introduced to technical drawing, and I just fell in love, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. So I did study architecture in university, top of my class, BSc, MSc. I'm a pretty good architect, even if I do say so myself, and I enjoyed architecture. So of course, by the time I got to, got married, had children, started working, I forgot about writing because life became busy. And I didn't even remember that I could write. And then there was a lull in my career when I had my 4th child. And I was just going through a lot of emotions, a lot of things, and somehow writing found me. So when the writing found me, somebody found me, introduced me to a writing group. I started to write again. The first assignment was to write daily on Facebook. For 1 week, for 1 month. I was like, they would give us prompts every day, and I was like, okay. So as I started to write, people started to respond, oh my God, that's so good. You write so well. I'm like, okay. Then I remembered that I do write so well, and I was able to pick myself back up. And when some of the 1 month was over, I said, oh, I'm done writing. They said, you're joking. We want more.
Oh, wow.
So I continued to write, and then I started to compile the writings into a book, and then I released my first book. So that's The Wedding, and the other one was Christmas Palaver. Christmas Palaver and The Wedding. There were 2 fiction books that I combined from the stories I had written on Facebook around that time. So I just, made it whole and then printed, and people rushed the books. I was like, there's something here.
There's money here.
There's something here. And then I went ahead to write Ogis and Gandas. So all those first 3 were fiction. And then my writing coach said to me, Brenda, you see, you write very well. And I was also very in love with architecture, right? So I was even teaching architecture on Facebook. I used to host a program called Waiting Architects They Do Self. So every week I teach about something. And he says, listen, you're wasting away doing fiction. You should be teaching architecture. And I said, architecture is so complex. Who can teach it? Like, I'm not a lecturer or anything. And he said, this you're writing, do it. And then one bright sunny day, I read this book by RSC, The Smart Money Woman. I was in the book club, and that was the book of the month. As we were reading it, it just struck me. I got to chapter 4 and it just struck me that this is what you can do. I immediately put the book down and I brought out the sheet of paper. I said, prepare an outline. And that's how I got the outline for this book. Brick by brick. That book is it's a couple's journey to building their own house. I want to teach people how to build their house, but I told a story. So it was a well-woven story. Even though it's a story, there's a lot of technical stuff in it, but you don't even realize it's technical because you're enjoying the story. And it was such a hit. Everybody was like, oh my God, they loved it. And Michael said, what did I tell you? You can't be writing fiction. Yeah. You have to make
it real.
And then after that, I got into coaching. That's when people started to ask me, how can I do this? You write so well, you're busy, you have 4 children, you have a job, you have this. How are you able to write? What is your secret? Teach us. Then I started to teach. So I started to coach women about, writing, how to write their own books and everything. And there's one woman that I thought she was one of the first people in my classes. Today she's reading 20 books. 20!
Oh, wow.
When I see her, I'm like, oh my God!
Oh, wow!
And it really blows my mind. And she says it all the time that you were my first coach. You told me you believed in me, and I feel so fulfilled every time I hear her say that. I also wonder if I didn't do it then, she would have been hidden. She would never have known her. So this is what drives me. Right, I know that people have a lot in them, and but there are many women, because of life has thrown them aside. They don't know what they're doing anymore. So that led me to writing this book. So when I started to coach women, I started to realize that they have more problems than just writing. So some people, maybe they're tired, they feel unseen, they feel unheard, they feel like their lives are morphed inside their children and their husbands, and there's just nothing to them, And so I tried to spark that childhood dream again. As a child, I wanted to write, but I forgot about it. I never remembered, how to write anymore until I found myself. So I started to help people to find themselves. And so that led to this book, which is Diary from a Lazy Girl. It is such a beautiful book, small but powerful book. Everyone who has read it has come back to me to say, oh my goodness. I mean, I can't even lie. Maybe it's the Holy Spirit that wrote that book. I don't think
you can't.
I can't even take credit.
Exactly.
It's so good. And it helps you to think through your life. It has a lot of journal prompts that helps you think through your life and, where are you, why are you where you are, what is holding you back, what has happened in your childhood. And then at the end of the day, you come out with a blueprint. You can start to dream again. You can literally start dreaming again. And so it's a very powerful little book. And then after that, I now wrote another one, which is Just Started. No, I'm not a coach. So this Just Started it's now, okay, so you're now dreaming. You now have visions. You now have dreams. How do you execute them? Because most people have dreams and then they just end there. So in this book, we teach you how to get into the constant state of execution. You don't just execute one thing. You are constantly executing. The ideas are coming, you're executing. And people ask me all the time, why do you execute so fast? I say to them that I've been through things in life, right? God gave me an idea and I slept on it. And I woke up one day and I saw somebody else executing it. I thought, oh my God,
you're supposed to do
could have been me. And I know how pained I was because it was such a brilliant idea. The person was really doing so well. And I thought, okay, this can never be me anymore. I will execute as soon as it drops in my spirit, whether it is ready or not ready. We just push it out. And because that's the way that the iPhone is. They push it out. And as they get better, they improve, they bring it another one. So don't sit on it. Don't sit on it and think, oh, it's not ready, I need to be perfect. All those analysis paralysis, you deal with them.
Giving excuses.
Right. So now,
I actually want to ask, you wrote Just Do Start It.
Yeah.
So why did you cancel the do?
So I wanted to call it Just Do It.
Okay.
But, that's a Nike slogan and I don't want problems.
Okay.
so the do is struck out. So it's Just Started.
Started.
Yeah. So the book is Just Started. But I just want you to know that, sometimes when you tell people to just do it, they're like, where do I start from? So I'm like, just start.
Start from anywhere.
Sometimes the start is just one Google search, one phone call to somebody. How do I do this? Just start it. Once you start, the universe even rewards your action. Somehow things will start to show up and then you need to finish it. So that really is the story of this particular book.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And so that led to.
So this is the last one, and I presently have another one on pre-order right now. Which when you were reading my profile, you talked about Amplify You. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a whole coaching program. So I told you I started to teach women, right, how to write. So I created an executive author program, which was basically for busy women. Like, if you're not busy, don't come. I want you to be very busy. Like, your life is busy. I see, you're busy. You're a businesswoman. You're busy, and you don't see time in your schedule to write a book, but you have a message to share, right? So you come into this program and we show you our schedules, we show you our tips, our tools, and our structure that guarantees you writing your book in 3 months. So I've run that program 3 different cohorts, and now on the 4th cohort, we have now rebranded it as Amplify You. So now we're saying, don't just come and write a book. Do you see? We're talking to women who are approaching 40 or above 40, and we're saying you have a lot within you to share with the world. Because, see, I'm an architect. My day job, I'm still doing architecture. Do you see? I'm heading a real estate company. So that's my day job. It hasn't changed. However, in the course of my life, I have a lot to share with people. I've gone through a lot. In the course of mothering my 4 children, in the course of going through marriage, in the course of going through, work, even dealing with different customers, different people. I've gone through a lot, and even with my coaching, all my different customers and my different clients, I've gone through a lot. So I have a lot to share with the world. So why don't you just sit down and fold your hands and just sit down and allow people that don't have any substance take over the airwaves, changing culture, shaping narratives, and influencing the young. So I said, no, I can't just sit back and be complaining. I have to do something about it. So I created a solution which is Amplify You. I'm targeting women. You have a message. Forget it. All of us, we have message.
True.
If you dig deep, you'll find it. Right? So, but you have a message, you know where to start from. You're thinking, all this Instagram matter, where do I start from? I don't know what to do. So with our process and our structure, we help you to find your core message. And which is the important thing. What's the core message you're going to be telling people about? Then we help you also to find your, after you find the core message, we help you to create a book. So it's a book or a course or a podcast or whatever it is.
Or is there a payment for this training?
Certainly. It's not free.
How much is it?
It's not free. We have three options. So the first option is the online course. So you can just go online. It's completely self-paced. You watch the videos and then you get a 1-hour call with me. After you watch the videos, you have any questions. That one is 100,000 naira. And there's a group coaching, which is for 3 months. In that 3 months, we have 6 classes and then 6 weeks of follow-up, intensive follow-up to make sure that you bring out your books. And that is 250,000. It's a group coaching, starts in September. And then there's the one-on-one. If you say, I don't do well with groups, I just want somebody to personalized plan for you. We look at your book and everything. That one goes for 650,000.
Oh, wow.
You can find all of these on my Instagram handle. Get the link there.
Okay, so where do one get this physical training?
Yeah, it's not a physical training. It's online. Yes, so it's virtual, so you can be anywhere in the world. So even those classes would be Zoom. Yes, so the classes would be Zoom classes. They're not they're not physical at all.
Okay.
So everything
Do you have
virtual.
a date? You have to say September.
Yes, it's actually going to start September. I need to find the exact date. Somewhere in the middle of September is when it starts. So right now we're on pre-order. We're an early bird payment.
Okay, so if one wants to join this training, how do one reach you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is brenda.unu. Instagram handle is brenda.unu. And I also have Amplify You by Brenda. So that one is also there. Any of the two, you find links to join the program. It's very, very, and in fact, you're going to love it.
No, not just links to join the program.
Yes.
I want to talk to you first before joining the program.
Yeah.
How do one?
Absolutely. If you get to my Instagram handle, you'll find contact. You'll find my contact.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyways, what's the asking questions? Brenda, questions? We're asking a lot of questions because she has about 5 books here.
A lot.
Amazing. So, but we have to go for a short break first, and of course, after the short break, we'll be right back to a break, then a tea. Then we'll be right back to continue the program with Patricia and, of course, Brenda. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner, and of course, we have Brenda as our guest in the studio. Well, Brenda, so let's talk about the training. Let's go back to the training. Now, you talked about the fact that if people can afford the 100,000 package and the 250,000 package, there's another way to make it affordable to that too.
Yes, absolutely. The crux of the whole training is a 5-step framework. Where I talked about clarify,
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
brand, publish,
And amplify.
So because I find that a lot of people, when they finish writing their books, they don't do anything with it. They just sit down and start to sell. But your book is a start for an impact journey, right? So we can put it together in a way that, we're able to amplify you. It creates authority. Authoring a book creates authority, right? So we can use it to help you to create impact. So we brand you, we publicize you and all of that. So that's what the whole thing is about. However, I've created a book, right? That is basically the Amplify You journal. It's called Rise, Write, and Roar. So you just rise up from whatever it is that is holding you back. Then write, tell us your story, and then roar. Let's amplify you. So that is the Amplify You journal, and it's presently on pre-order at 12,000 naira. By the time the pre-order is off by the end of August, it's going to go to 20K. Because it's heavy, the book is heavy.
It's even say very cheap.
There's a lot in it, and I'm pouring my heart, I'm pouring my story, So not only am I telling you how I got here, I'm also giving you your own blueprints of how to get there yourself. So it's a very powerful book, and it's one I'm really very proud of. So yes, you can also get the pre-order on my Instagram handle as well. And it's not yet on Amazon because the book is not ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Brenda, I want you to talk to us more on this your Women Growth Academy, the WGA.
Okay.
So what's that all about?
So that it's my passion project. So I would say that I got a leading from the Holy Spirit literally to open that thing. I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. One day I went for a retreat, and while at the retreat, I heard it. I saw the name, I saw the logo, and God said, do it. I didn't even know what it was going to be at the time, to be honest. I just called the graphics guy, I made him do the logo, and I put the message out there that I want to do something for women, sign up. Without knowing what it was, I got 100 people signed up, and I was like, hey, Jesus, 100. So, and I closed the link. And I told my coach, I said, oh my God, 100 people signed up. I said, upon it. How do you want to stop what the Lord is doing? I'm like, hey, I said, my Zoom link can only take 100. If all of them come, how will I teach them? I said, go and open it. Zoom link will sort itself out. So I opened it, and then 100 more people came. It was 200, and I was like, okay, now we have a real problem. Where are you guys going to be on? And a friend of mine has a 300 capacity Zoom. And she called me and said, what do you need? I told her, she just sent me links for all the 6 days. It was a 6-week program. Every Sunday, we're going to teach on the 6 different parts of a woman. We started with your relationship with God and with humans. Then we talked about your purpose, your vision, your goals. We talked about your health, your finances, and it was just, and the last one was integration. So it was 1 week for everything, and it was such a beautiful program. After the Zoom classes, there was workbooks, and then there was a WhatsApp community where we would answer questions. By the end of the 6 months, okay, everybody, thank you for coming. What was the part you liked? I did a poll. What was the part you liked best about this program? I said it was the WhatsApp community. I'm like, okay. I said, anyway, the thing is over. Thank you very much. You can always do that. And I said, no, please, we have to keep the community. I'm like, what will we be doing here? Like, I'm done. I finished teaching you. I don't know what else to do. I'm like, well, let's keep the community. So we kept the community. And it's been 3 years now. Since that day that God gave me that message.
Wow.
And we've recorded so many things. We had a second summit online. This one was on YouTube. It was 3 straight days. It was powerful. And then this year we had the first physical conference.
Oh wow.
It was so good. It was in Lagos here, and we had over 250 women sign up, and they showed up live. It was so enriching. And when I even hear people tell me stories like, right now what we do is that every day we have Bible study. Because at the center of it was God that sent me this thing. So I say, I can't teach people much, but the Bible is there with everything that we need. So if you can commit to reading the Bible daily, your life will change.
True.
You don't have to do anything else. Your life will literally change. And so we have conversations every now and then we have the weekly YouTube sessions as well, Women's Matter. So it's every Tuesday. In fact, today you can join us. Yes, absolutely.
So how do they work?
Exactly, I was going to answer.
Join us on YouTube. If you go to my Instagram handle again, you would find the link to the YouTube. And also we have an Instagram handle for this one, which is Women's Growth Academy. You can find us there on Instagram. And we will be on YouTube live by 7 p.m. every Tuesday unfailingly by the grace of the Almighty. We talk about different things that affect women and all from a faith perspective. It's been a very beautiful journey. And when I see people and when they tell me their transformation stories, I'm just thankful to God because I'm not really sure what I did. You see?
But is there a kind of membership to this group?
One is free. It's a free entry. So like I said, it's my passion project, right? It's a free entry group. The YouTube sessions are free. Everything is free. Even the conference that we had that was physical was free. You know, so
how about the community, the Zoom community?
It's free. It's a free.
Okay, so how do they follow through to be part of?
Yeah, you want to be a member.
If you want to be a member of the community, there's a link in our WhatsApp, in our Instagram handle. The Instagram handle is Women's Growth Academy. So at Women's Growth Academy, women with an S, and you find that on Instagram. You click. There's a link to join us. All you have to be is woman.
And you become a member.
Yeah.
That's so easy. I think I want to join today. I hope I have the time to join. What's the time?
So the community is open, like I said. It's open all day, 24 hours. We pray when somebody wants a prayer point, we help, and we help people. If you have any issues, we come around, we help people, we talk. Some people come and say they want advice. Oh, I have this issue in my house, this issue in my work. You know, we just share things. Like that's what we do. But we constantly do our Bible study every day, every morning. In fact, we cannot even gist until after 10 o'clock. You must have done your Bible study before you come with gist. If you bring gist, we bounce you. So we're trying to keep a structure of reading the Bible daily, and that's just changing us from inside out. You know, and then the YouTube show, which we do every Tuesday, holds at 7 p.m. Nigerian time.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be going to join you.
Yes.
Of course,
We'll join today.
Women's Corner, women amplifying women.
So we'll just try to join.
I'd love to have you.
So now tell me, I don't know. You said you had a physical conference recently.
Yes, we did.
First, very importantly, having to gather women from across, Nigeria to be there, because I'm sure it's not only Lagosians that were at that conference. Now, tell me, how were you able to finance the funding, basically, for that conference? How were you able to go about it?
That's a very good question. When I first conceived the idea, I told myself, how are we going to fund this? And I said, okay, well, I'll ask for sponsorship. But because it was the first time I've ever done it, I couldn't go to corporate sponsors. I kind of felt like, when they asked me for, registration. In fact, I was even in the middle of registering the association, right? So I don't have registration. I don't have bank accounts. It was just not working, So I said, okay, let's pull through this first one. And then the next one, we'll be able to come to corporate sponsors with proof. Like, we've done this before. Come and join us. So so the job was to pull through this. And I said, okay, God, you see that I should do this. You got to bring the funds, right? So where are we getting it from? So I first put down my own seed money to say, okay, let's secure the hall. And I told everybody, we have a hall, we have a date, so we got to go. So I started to use my network. I reached out to people. In my day job, I run a luxury estate, so I have access to billionaires. So for those that have shown me some sort of friendship, people always try to give you money. They were like, let me give you something. I said, don't worry. So I've always said no. I've always said, don't worry. So I never told those people, I said, hey,
this is when I need the money.
I need it now.
So I have this pet project. If you are ready to do, you can, put something here. And they were all more than happy to donate. In fact, I had one man who said, you know what? I love things like this. You can put me on your board of directors. I'm like, board of directors? I haven't even thought that far.
I'm telling you.
So I just knew that, when God is doing something, He provides everything. He provides the funding, He provides the resources, the help. And I got people that just reached out to me and said, the Holy Spirit said I should come and work with you. I'm like, okay. They said I should come and join. I had volunteers who took this thing like their own.
It was there.
It was just beautiful.
So just for clarity's sake, for people who are planning to join, hoping to join, probably can't even wait to be part of this group. Yeah. Now, for clarity's sake, like I said earlier, do you think is there anything like an empowerment associated with your community?
Well, for now, what we have is we just have. We plan to do that. In fact, after the conference, I've been talking to somebody who says we're trying to do, because we had some students coming from last year to the conference, and it was so beautiful to see them. They were so attentive, they were so excited, and even their feedback was very, very useful. So we plan to, reach out to universities like that, catch them young. We also plan to help, women. So every year we've been going to orphanages, to help. And then we also do this gift exchange. So at the end of the year, we have an exchange. Say, okay, bring whatever you have. You may not be new. if you have a pair of shoes you've not worn for a long time, come, we might find someone that has. So we just do those kind of exchanges, and everybody just gets something. Everybody feels happy. So every once in a while, when somebody has a problem, we come together, pitch together, and help them. We haven't really put a structure to it yet. We're working on that. We just set up a welfare team. We're working on that, but we'll see how God takes it.
Before we go on a break,
in fact, Brenda, no.
Before we go on a break, I just want to ask this, then we'll go on a break. Do you have an age bracket for women or for girls to join? Is there a beginning and a limit to?
Okay, so basically we always use 20 and above. That's what we've always used. But when we got those last two students, I really felt my spirits clicked with them, and I'm thinking, should we go down to
18 and above? Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
Not yet. Yes.
18
Okay.
to what?
But there's no end though. We have 60-year-old women in the group. We have
70?
I don't have any 70 yet.
Don't worry,
I should bring my mom in. My mom
yeah.
So we can say we have a 70.
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you very much. We'll be going for another break and, of course, tips. So we'll be right back to continue the program and, of course, wrap it up with Brenda. Stay with us, turn it away, and don't touch. We're watching Women's Corner. And, of course, we still have Brenda in the studio. We're still talking about our amazing author who has written so many books, and, of course,
still writing.
Still writing?
Still writing.
She is an architect. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's
I know a woman being an architect. I don't know why. It just makes it look like what men can do, a woman can do it better.
Anyway, that's my question for you, Brenda. Before we round off, yes, I wanted us to come back to your career proper.
Right.
You're an architect.
Yes.
So how has it been for you as an architect after you left school? You're still working. How has it been for you?
Even being in school, learning architecture.
Well, being in school learning architecture was beautiful. I mean, we were very few girls.
Obviously.
When we started in 100 level, we were maybe 4 girls to a class of 40. So it was really, we're very few. But for me, I like a challenge. I went to an all-girls secondary school. So I grew up not seeing anybody as over me. Do you see? Yeah. So the thing about all girls is that you do everything. Right? When we were in boarding house, we did everything. We didn't have boys like, so this one is for boys, this is for girls. No, we did everything. We pursued everything. We did everything. Science, everything. So we did everything. So I got into university, met the guys and thought, okay, whatever. These are human beings like me. Let's go. And I was able to push through. I did everything that they were doing and even better, and then graduated top of my class. So I never felt below anybody, never. And I was blessed because as soon as I came out of school, I met the first person that employed me. He's been my mentor, amazing man. Shout out to Actor Austin. He's been so amazing. He showed me the ropes. Like he took me like his daughter. He would take me to site. He would say, okay, today this is the site meeting. You're going to lead that site meeting. And I'm like, I'm just a little girl. What do I know? It's like, whatever you say, I'll back it. Just lead it like it's your own. And I would do that. When we even had to go and present to bank MDs, he would give me money and say, go and buy a suit. I'll go to all this business and buy me a suit. So you look the part. And when we get there, you say you are presenting. I was just blessed, to have him guide me. And so I really, really enjoyed my stay as an architect, and I still do enjoy it. And he made me believe that I have it, right? So he backed me, and I worked with him for 3 years, moved on to work somewhere else for another 7 years. And then today, and I did a bit on my own. I did a bit on my own, and then today now I'm working at Scaling Office, where I'm doing real estate, but I'm using my architecture and project management cap to lead the business.
Brenda, I want to be like you when I grow up. Really. Because you're a lot and you're doing so well in everything that you're doing. Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're looking so pretty, you're excited about what you're doing and all that,
And I love that for you because it looks very good on you.
It's making it look easy and sound easy.
Yeah, because she's owning it. That's amazing. So anyways, last thing before we go. One word of just one statement or a few words for people out there, not necessarily wanting to be an architect, but maybe they want to be a writer or want to be an architect, or they want to be just like you, or probably even more. What would you tell them to do at this point?
I'll tell them first to find who they are in Christ. Because the Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So when we limit ourselves, we always, I have a lot of people say, oh, you're doing so much. Why are you doing so much? And I say that I am multi-potential like my father.
Mm.
God does so much. He does everything. I read in the Bible about this guy called Bezalel and Uholiab. When the temple was going to be built by Moses, God showed him a vision. I said, there's a man, Bezalel. He's skilled in the crafts. This one man was the one who designed the pillars. He's the one who did the curtains. He did everything. So one man was skilled with all of these things. And God sent with that one man to do that. So why can't I do all these things? Why? God has shown me that it's possible, right? For one person to have so many skills. So in the same way that to some we're giving 1 talent, some 5 and some 10. Yeah. If I sit down and hide my 5 talents thinking, let me not look as if I'm too much. Let the world not think what's her own. I'm going to have to answer to my father.
Of course.
Do you see? Yeah. So for me, it's about using everything that God has given me to the best possible way to give him the glory. That's what pushes me. So if you want to do all things as well, just find who you are in Christ, find yourself in God, and then you've got it. You can do it.
Okay. These are some of her books. Yes. Can we display some of her books?
Yes.
Hold some of them.
We
Yeah.
have,
Where can we find these books?
Oh, you can find all of them on Amazon. I have all my books on Amazon, and you can also find them on Seller. My Seller store, you can find through my link in my Instagram bio.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much for being on the show. It's been an amazing one. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed the show.
I completely enjoyed myself.
I can see the way you were enjoying yourself.
I enjoyed myself completely.
Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, thank you, viewers, for sticking by and watching Women's Corner, sharing the success story. I hope you learned 1 or 2 or picked 1 or 2 to work on. Well, very soon we'll be going on the buzz. We'll be joining you and we'll talk about what's trending and buzzing on social media. Until then, my name is Rose Blossom. Do not change the channel. Still on Galaxy. Bye for now.
Yes, we had Brenda in the house today and she gave us an amazing, in fact, she made me to want to start writing. Maybe I'll start writing and get back to you guys later. Anyway, like Blossom said, we'll be back for the buzz by 12 noon. Don't change the dial. My name is Patricia Oremu Gabriels.